Katarina Leigh Waters. You know her from WWE as Katie Lea Burchill and on Total Nonstop Action Wrestling as Winter. And she is a wrestler, she's an entertainer, she's an actress, she's a poet, she's a writer, she's a director, she wears so many hats, and right now she's promoting a movie that's called Killing Joan that she has a part in. And Katarina, thank you so much. Tell us about Killing Joan, and you're a villain in this movie, correct?
Yes. Well, thank you for that wonderful introduction. That was beautiful. Yes, I tend to play the villain quite a bit. I'm a bit of a sleeper villain, as it were. Oh, now I've given it away. Now people can't even watch the film anymore. I start off that you don't really sort of know. You know, well, I work for the bad guys, obviously.
What do you like, Katarina, about being in films? Because this is not your first film. You've been in movies, and that's something that you're pursuing these days as well.
Yes, it is. Well, I've always done, theater and film. I went to university for film and drama before I even started wrestling. So that was always my background. And then I got into wrestling. That kind of took over my life. And then once WWE was over, I just thought, let me get back to the acting thing. I just really enjoy, any type of creative venture. And I really enjoy performing. And I enjoy, telling stories. And so that's part of that.
Did you do your own fighting in the movie?
Yes, I did.
So you did not have any stunt double, anything like that. And is that something you've always done, your own fighting scenes and action scenes?
Yeah, I mean, it was really very simple. There was no stunt necessary, as it were. Usually a lot of the time, because it's a lower budget independent film, so that's one of the reasons why I get cast sometimes in these roles is because I fight, so I fit that mold of being a villain and being able to have those fight scenes. That's part of my thing, I guess, my niche.
Was being in WWE and Total Nonstop Action Wrestling, did that help you in getting roles for movies?
Yeah, it has done in some instances. It doesn't always, but it just depends on if the director, the producer, if they find that interesting, if they find that background interesting, or also people that I've met through wrestling, obviously, you make your connections, and that's sometimes how you get work as well. So it's definitely helped me, and then, in other instances, it's not been helpful, but, other times I'm lucky to say I've got some acting roles, I think, through my chops alone, too. So, yeah, but it's definitely a helpful thing.
Well, Katarina, you're living in Los Angeles?
Yes, I am.
And obviously, is that a reason why you're living there is because of the movies and film, or no?
Yes, that's why I moved out here.
So you also are involved in indie wrestling, and how do you balance your schedule? Because you are still wrestling, correct?
I am still wrestling, yeah. Well, it's quite simple, really, because most auditions are during the week, and then wrestling is usually at the weekend, and then if I get a cast in a movie or something like that, and I have to book time off, then I just book the time off, because I'm sort of self-sufficient kind of thing, so I can work my own schedule pretty much.
In being able to work your own schedule, is that a reason too that obviously when you're in WWE, that schedule is grueling, it's long. Is it harder, obviously, if you were in WWE to try to do both?
Well, in WWE, they sort of have control over you. So you can't just go out there and do what you want. You have to ask permission if you want to be, in a film or in a show or something like that. So you're not really necessarily in the same position to go out auditioning all the time.
Is that then something you're not interested in, or would you be interested in going back to WWE?
I always ask myself that question too. It's always like a yes and a no, because you don't know, what would come of it. I recently sort of rekindled my passion for wrestling a little bit, so if they offered me a contract, I wouldn't necessarily say that I would say no, but at the same time, I really like being able to have, both aspects, so to have the wrestling and to have and to have the acting, being able to go out and do those things on my own time as well.
Would you rather do theater or filmmaking, or either one is fine?
Well, I like both, but I think that, the thing about filmmaking is you have something that lasts, don't you? So you make a film, and then you can put it out then, and people can watch it over and over, and you can watch it over, and you have something that's, that's tangible that you have from that experience. Theater is just the live experience, and then once it's done, it's done. But there is something incredibly magical about standing on stage and performing theater, so I really love both.
The movie is Killing Joan, and it's available on digital April 3rd, and also on DVD July 10th. Lucha Underground is a wrestling company that tapes out of Boyle Heights, out in your area of California. And I'm curious if you ever had any interest, or if they had any interest in you.
I would definitely be interested. I haven't so far yet been involved with them, but who knows what the future might bring. So, but I am, because you mentioned the release dates, I'm really excited about this movie coming out. We actually had a screening last year, sort of towards the end of the year, and it came out really, really well. So I'm very excited about people being able to see this film. I think, Todd did an amazing job. Our EP, John Schweigert was amazing, and Jamie Bernadette, I don't know if you're speaking with her as well, playing the lead role. She was amazing in this, so it was a really, really great film. I think people will really like it.
Future plans for movies. Do you have another project that's coming up soon?
I don't have any coming up that I'm going to be in. I did shoot a film called Redcon 1 in England that's now complete. That's a film about a group of soldiers. I'm one of the soldiers. We go into a contaminated zone to fight zombies. So that's a film that's going to be coming out soon. It's not got a release date yet, but hopefully I will be able to keep you posted on that too.
Zombies are a big thing. The Walking Dead and so many other movies with zombies. It just seems like that's really cachet these days.
It is, yeah. And then it's always fun to see, because every film has sort of a different take on the theme, so it's always exciting to see what the new take is, on this particular one. So.
Well, not to give too much away, but did you have to become a zombie? Did you have to wear all this elaborate makeup, or you didn't have to deal with that part of it?
Well, that really would be giving too much away.
All right. Now, two other people out in California one was with WWE, one is still there. John Morrison and The Miz, and both are involved in movie making. And I'm just wondering if your paths have crossed in acting at all, or anything out there in California.
Our paths have crossed. I've seen them a couple of times out there. I've seen John Morrison perform. He does a improv group as well. So I've seen him perform there. And, we haven't worked together yet on a movie, but who knows, that's in the works at some point, perhaps. I really enjoyed his movie, Boone the Bounty Hunter. I don't know if you've heard of that or seen it.
Yes, we did a little story on that as well, yes.
Yeah, so he
was very proud of that, yes.
Yeah, I was very impressed.